Hey, it's Jordan, joined by Christian Smalls. You were an Amazon employee there, and they just fired you after you helped organize a walkout. Before we get to them firing you, I want to ask, what did you do at Amazon, I believe in Staten Island, New York, and what were you witnessing there in the last week or two amid, you know, rampant coronavirus? Most employers were sending people home, businesses shut down. What were the kind of things you were witnessing at Amazon?
Well, number one, I've been there 5 years. I'm a supervisor. I supervise the outbound department. That's the department that picks the items from the robots, the customers' orders, before they get to the pack department to be shipped out the building. So I oversee that operation. Um, what I've seen over the past couple of weeks was horrific. People were sick. People were dizzy. People were fatigued. People were vomiting. Different symptoms for different people. It was crazy. I'd never seen something like this before. This is something we never dealt with. Um, this past Tuesday, like I said, my colleague, she looked horrible. I had a brief conversation with her before telling her that she needs to go home. She informed me that she went to get tested for the coronavirus on the previous day, Monday. She had a mask on. She had gloves on. We had a brief conversation for about 5 minutes. But prior to that, she'd been in the building for a number of days for 10 hours a day. She was already exposed to a number of people, hundreds of people already. So I took action and I sent her home. That was before our first known case. By 11 o'clock that morning, we had a small managers meeting that we have every day. And that's what we learned. There was a known case in the building amongst the management team. They told us not to tell the employees. We don't want to cause any panic. So that right there was a red flag to me. I'm like, we don't want to tell anybody. I wasn't. I didn't agree with that, and I took my stance again. I left. I told as many people as possible, and I clocked out.
Uh,
Um,
and when you were talking to people who were vomiting and experiencing these symptoms, were they communicating that they were working because they didn't want to go home? They're not going to get paid if they go home.
Absolutely, yeah. People have different financial situations, and that's the thing about Amazon is they pay well. Right now, they're offering double time for overtime and $2 raise. That's enough to keep people in that building sick. People will risk their health, their health over wealth, and I mean their wealth over health. So, uh, yeah, it's a huge problem. You're putting people in a huge strains to make a conscious decision, and sometimes people make the wrong decision. Me, I couldn't do that. I took a stance. I haven't been paid in weeks. I had to take money out of my 401k. They keep saying all over the media that I'm on this quarantine paid leave. I haven't been paid. They quarantined me on Saturday. I've been in the building ever since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, you quarantine me? And why just me by myself? What about everybody else? You allow me to come in and out the building, but you don't quarantine nobody else. They won't even quarantine the person I drive to work with every day. So that tells you right there that was targeted. That was retaliation for me organizing this walkout. And it's a shame on them. The truth
Well,
will come out.
what I find really striking is, their statement was you had close contact with a diagnosed associate, you were sent home with 14 days pay, with what you're saying you haven't received. But as the CDC points out, you don't have to be diagnosed to have coronavirus. You don't even have to be showing symptoms to have coronavirus.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't say most, but there's a whole, I mean, thousands of people started with coronavirus without any symptoms, and
Exactly.
even when they get symptoms, it's a lot of them are mild. So, how many people at Amazon in your station and stations all around the country might have it, but they're not showing symptoms, or maybe they have like a slight cough or whatever. So this policy, like they're going to send people home who have been exposed to someone with a positive test, is just totally
It's,
inadequate.
it's flawed. Exactly. It's very flawed. It's very. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's not transparent. Who is the medical expertise at Amazon that decides who needs to be quarantined? Who is he? I don't know who it is. You're going to quarantine me. I spoke to her for 5 minutes. You're going to quarantine everybody else that's been around her for 10 hours. Like I said, it's very flawed. And then on top of that note, they don't pay you unless you get the virus. Or why do you have to catch this virus that don't have a cure to get paid, quarantine leave paid? Even the relief fund. I applied for the relief fund weeks ago. It takes 14 days to get a response. They denied me because I don't have the coronavirus. I don't have no documentation to show that I have it. They sent me an email just the other day. So I was like, this company is crazy. I got to get sick to get paid.
And
there's people, yeah.
And also, I mean, you were tweeting all sorts of videos showing that, I mean, people were not like 6 feet apart. And how could you really be 6 feet apart if you're in a warehouse and you're passing each other all the time? Packages. I mean, there's been reports before coronavirus that you all are under extreme pressures to, hit certain quotas, and you're being tracked. So how could you even have 6 feet of distance?
You can't. You absolutely can't. Those videos are proof. That was this week. That's me every day this week. Right. And on top of that, we have 5,000 people that come in and out that building. 5,000. So you do the math. This virus spreads to 2.5 people. Imagine if we're all carriers. And imagine, this is a scarier picture. There's 500,000 employees nationwide. Imagine if we're all carriers. Imagine that. So this is very serious. This is the reason why I started this. This is the reason why I'm giving a voice to those that don't speak up. For those who are at home right now with underlying health conditions, lupus, asthma, bronchitis, those are women that are pregnant, women that have infant babies, elderly people. We have a lot of senior citizens that Amazon hires. These people are home, unpaid right now for the entire month of March. I'm speaking up for them. This is the reason why I did it.
The media depicts Jeff Bezos of Amazon as, Jesus reincarnated. But Jeff Bezos is the richest person on earth. He just bought a new home, I believe, with 25 bathrooms. Why is it, to you, why is it acceptable? Is it acceptable that somebody with this wealth does not guarantee paid sick leave to every worker who does not feel safe working in the warehouse right now? It's good that they're offering double pay and these things to people that want to take that risk. But why is it that, to my knowledge, that relief fund, they put $25 million in, which is pennies to Amazon.
Right.
But then they were asking for donations. Jeff Bezos is the richest person on earth. Why is it that you don't have paid sick leave?
That's, like I said, that's above my pay grade. Obviously, I've been with the company 5 years. It was a waste of 5 years. I'm working for a CEO that don't give a damn about people. Their response to a cry for help is to terminate me. So that tells you right there what they really think about us. They do not care. What is it going to take? Somebody to pass away? I don't understand what the discrepancy is, the disconnect is between him and his employees. And this is what I'm trying to empower, that we have the power. We stop working, he don't make no money. And that's what the country needs to realize. The workers of the retail industry need to realize. He needs to stop comparing us to the Red Cross. Stop telling the people that we're heroes. We're not. We're regular people. My job description said have a high school diploma or GED or lift 50 pounds. It didn't say work during a pandemic with a virus that you don't have a cure for. That's not what I signed up for. That's not what these people signed up for. Kudos to the medical field. Those are the real heroes. Those are the ones that deserve to be protected. These 500,000 employees that are working right now, if we're not home and we're paid, he could throw that money towards the medical field. Do it for the people that need it. We don't really need to be working right now. You want to practice real social distance in America? Stop clicking the button.
Mm. And let me ask you, because you were describing that you were seeing people that were dizzy, that were vomiting, this and that. Were those people trying to hide those symptoms from their managers because they don't want to be sent home because they can't afford? Do managers in your warehouse not see that people are sick? Or is it kind of, let's look away and pretend people aren't sick?
Yeah, because the managers were sick. So it was look away. managers started disappearing one by one. Where these managers go? These managers are on quarantine. There's an undisclosed amount of people, cases that the public don't know about. My direct manager, I haven't spoken to him in weeks. He won't even answer my text or phone. I don't even know if he's alive right now.
Wow.
That is scary.
And
what is going on? What is going on?
And just to confirm, you were saying that when you had a meeting among managers, they discussed the positive case, but then said, let's not tell the workers.
Absolutely. We don't cause a panic. Their exact words. We're telling the individuals, the individuals out of a warehouse that holds thousands of people. We're going to tell individuals what the hell is going on here. So, yeah, I took my stance. That was the last time I clocked into work that day.
And if Amazon workers, hopefully not, but if some of these positive cases turn into deaths, do you think that managers, but going even further, Jeff Bezos should be facing criminal prosecution if people are dying as a result of essentially being forced to work?
Absolutely. You put a price on a human life. You put a price on them. You said, take the blood money, make me billions, go get sick and die. You're not listening to your employees right now. There's cases all over the nation right now as we speak. There's people contracting the virus as we speak. There's people getting sick as we speak. There's people spreading as we speak. Amazon is a breeding ground for the coronavirus. It's in every major city. It's in every state. It's only a matter of time. If I'm the government, shut them down.
And last question. I want to ask you, Amazon says that they gave you an order to go home. They were going to pay you because you came in contact with a positive case. Is that true?
I haven't been paid. I have not been paid. It's false. Like I said, I saved lives. If it wasn't for me coming in and sending her home, she'd have been there another 10-hour shift. So the company itself put people at risk. I did not. I did the complete opposite.
But what they're saying in terms of they told you to go home, you wouldn't.
They told me to go home on Saturday. Mm-hmm. They allowed me to come in and out the building the entire week and go into the manager's office. I have videos. I haven't released them yet. It's coming, America. Don't worry about it. They're trying to put the spotlight on me. Let them. It's not about me. It's not about me. They're trying to put it on me. I don't care about that right now. Like, I have the truth. Everybody that seen me in that building, my statement to Amazon, if that's true, release the footage of what I did the entire week. You have my consent. I have nothing to hide.
And lastly, to workers at Burger King, McDonald's, Walmart, Target, a lot of these companies that probably have similar instances going on right now where they don't have universal paid sick leave. Maybe they'll be covered if they get it. What is your message to those workers? Should workers across low wage industries unite for something like a walkout or a strike?
Well, depending on their situation, every business is different. I don't know what their safety guidelines are with those companies. I know if they feel like the employees feel like they're unsafe, then take a stance. Yeah, you have the power. We have the power. We are the ones that generate the money for these higher ups, these VPs, executives, these regionals, these CEOs. We have the power. If we stop working, they gotta respond. So if they feel like that, they need to take a stance. Here, I'm being the voice to take a stance. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. Yeah, do that. Take a stance. Don't sit there and get sick because you need a paycheck. It's not worth it. It's no amount of money that's worth your life.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you again. Thanks, Christian.
Yeah, sure. Take care. Be safe.
Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.